Hello my dear health seeker, Inga from Health Origins here. So today I'm excited to share with you a seitan vegan chicken recipe. I've been going through a few of vegan chicken recipes online and kind of put the ingredients I thought would work the best together and made this vegan chicken, and it is delicious. So I'm really excited to share this recipe with you. So let's begin. So here are the ingredients for the vegan chicken, seitan chicken. So the base, we have chickpeas. So we're going to need 2 cups of these. We're going to need also 2 cups of vital wheat gluten, so if you can see through the sun here. So we're going to need 2 cups of that. Then we've got some white sweet miso. We've got some mushroom powder. So this is kind of some dried mushrooms, some boletos, and some portobellos that I've dried up and powdered. So mushroom powder, onion powder, garlic powder, some nutritional yeast. So I'll put like half a cup of the flakes, and I've whizzed them up in like spice grinder to make it into a fine powder. Then I've got some chicken seasoning. So the chicken seasoning I made in the previous episode, so check it out. I'll link it in the description below. And then the card above. So chicken seasoning, then some salt, some liquid smoke here, and also a liquid from boiling chickpeas, so like aquafaba or chickpea water. So, and you will need a food processor here. So I've got the food processor where we're going to be making the chicken. So we'll start by adding our base, so 2 cups of chickpea. I've seen some recipes that are using either chickpeas or tofu, so you might want to try it with tofu as well and see which version do you like. I'll try it with tofu next time as well, but because this works so well with chickpeas and it's much cheaper than tofu, I'm gonna make it with chickpeas this time. So 2 cups of chickpeas. And I'm gonna just add a cup and a half of chickpea water. So if you're buying a can, there will be some water in a can. If that's not enough, just add some more, just regular water. So a cup and a half. Then I've got my vital wheat gluten. So I'm gonna need 2 cups of that. So put 1 cup, 2nd cup, that's approximately correct. So 2 cups of that. Then we need, just to check my oh, and I forgot, you need also some peanut butter. So I'm going to have to grab that because you need some peanut butter and then some miso powder, miso paste, sorry. So I've got my peanut butter, so there's 2 tablespoons of that. 1 and 2 to give the chicken some fat content and kind of so it delivers the flavor better. And then we've got 1 tablespoon of white miso here. I'm gonna measure out 1 tablespoon of that. In fact, because this miso is, the white miso, sweet miso is so kind of lightly flavored, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of it. For the darker miso, I added only 1, but for the sweet miso, I'll add the 2 here. So 1 tablespoon of mushroom powder to give that nice umami taste. Then we're going to need 1 teaspoon of onion powder. That makes everything taste yummy. 1 teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. There we go. 1 teaspoon of salt. So 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of chicken seasoning, homemade chicken seasoning, to give it that lovely chicken flavor, as well as 1/8 of a teaspoon of liquid smoke, so just a few drops, maybe like 10 drops or something. So I'll do a like about half of a quarter teaspoon in here, so about 1/8, and that is it. Let me just, and I forgot the nutritional yeast. Yeah, half a cup of nutritional yeast flakes goes in there. So we've got chickpeas, white whole wheat gluten, chickpea water, peanut butter, white miso, mushroom powder, poultry seasoning, onion powder, salt, garlic powder, and liquid smoke, and nutritional yeast. So yeah, so we've got it all now. So now we're gonna blend this until it becomes like a homogeneous mass or a dough. So it's been only 18 seconds and we already see that it's becoming one kind of sticky, kind of cohesive dough. So the goal here is that we want to knead this dough for at least, I would say, about, trying to show that you guys see it with the sun, we need to knead it for about 5 minutes. So because the gluten, we need to stretch the gluten strands, and because this is obviously knives, I'm gonna change the blade to be, because we don't need to blend it anymore. It looks like quite blended already, although actually it could do with a little bit more blending. So I'm gonna just put that in. I'm gonna do it with the blade for about a minute, and then I'll change it to a dough blade that I've got here, which is not gonna be cutting it, just kneading it. And actually this dough is very hard on the motor, and I've seen other cooks have removed half of the dough. They divided the dough into 2 portions so that the motor doesn't struggle so much. So I'm going to do that as well. So I'm going to add half a dough in here. And I'm gonna process it for about a couple of minutes or so, while the dough is still kind of cohesive and goes around in one ball. As soon as it starts kind of like disintegrating around the outsides of the bowl, then you probably kind of overdone it and it's a little bit too hot. So whenever that starts happening, you know to finish mixing. So it's been 2 minutes. I think that'll be good. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other piece of dough as well. So I've got the 2 pieces of dough, and I'll wipe my counters really well. And we're going to kind of combine the 2 together now to make one cohesive dough here. tuck it in. It's kind of like folding. Yeah, so there we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this to rest now for 15 minutes or so. Let the gluten absorb all the moisture, all the liquid into it, and then we're going to get to steaming. Also, when you leave the chicken dough to rest, you want to cover it with some kind of plastic bag or something, because you don't want the dough to dry out on the surface. So I'm just adding like a Ziploc bag just on top of it so it doesn't dry out. So it's been about 10 minutes when the chicken dough has rested. So I've got here a large sheet of parchment paper. So we're going to be wrapping this chicken dough. And also now looking at it, I can see a mistake I made initially. There are still little pieces of unblended chickpea in this batch, because I've added vital wheat gluten straight with the rest of the mixture. What I should have really done, I should have blended the chickpeas with all the spices and salt first, and then once it was like smooth mass, I should have added the vital wheat gluten, because it just kind of becomes as a dough immediately. So I didn't think that through. So next time I'm definitely going to be doing that. So when you make yours, make sure you don't repeat my mistake, that you actually blend your chickpeas with the spices first and only then add vital wheat gluten. It's so hard for me to say that, by the way. All these V's and W's in one sentence. Right, so what we want to do, we want to wrap this tight, and I've seen one lady doing it really nicely in her video, where she just kind of crimped this side like this, and then she rolled the other side as well. So you want it tight but not overly so, because the meat will expand a little bit. And then I've got a piece of foil as well to wrap it in too. I'm just trying to think which way is best to do it. To make sure it's properly covered. So do again the same kind of crimping motion. Crimp that and crimp this side. You might want to put even 2 pieces of foil. The first time I did it, I've kind of pierced my foil by accident in one place, so I had to wrap it in another sheet. This one seems to be okay. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna get my Instant Pot ready, and we're gonna be ready to steam. So I've got my Instant Pot, and I love my Instant Pot. I'll link to this pot for you guys in the description below, so you also can have a look on Amazon and see if you wanted to invest yourself, because we just cook so much in the Instant Pot, and I'm going to be putting out more Instant Pot recipes as well. So I've got 3 cups of just boiled water, so I'm going to just add that. But first of all, actually, you want to put your kind of little trivet and a steam basket. So these ones, they didn't come with the Instant Pot, but they're so handy for the Instant Pot. So I'm going to link to these below, because this has got quite a bit of standing room, so you could actually boil some kind of vegetable like butternut squash or something, or some potatoes underneath while you're steaming something else on top. So it's quite handy. So I'm going to just put this trivet in, and I'm going to add my 3 cups of just boiled water, could probably do 4 cups as well, but it doesn't matter as long as there's enough steam. And I'm going to put this steaming basket in here, and I'm going to add my chicken. It's not going perfectly in, but there we go. I'm going to just put it on the side a little bit. There. So that's it. So if you don't have an Instant Pot or pressure cooker, then you would need to steam it like this in a normal pot, steamer, or in a steamer if you've got a steamer, for about 2 hours. But because this is an Instant Pot, or also if you got a pressure cooker, you only need about an hour to cook this. And we're gonna check in with that after an hour. So it's the moment of truth, guys. So the Instant Pot has finished, and I've let it naturally release now. So let's have a look. Come on. There we go. Wow. It expanded quite a bit. Yeah, so I'll let this cool down a little bit until we can unwrap and have a look inside. It's still too hot, and it'll continue cooking as well for a little bit. Good morning. So I left the seitan chicken until the morning for it to properly cool down, and now we're going to be unwrapping this. So there's a little bit of condensation here. So yeah, so this is a massive chunk, so we'll see if we can split it and see what's the texture inside. Wow, look at that. That looks like scarily like meat, doesn't it? Oh, and the aroma is amazing. So yeah, and you can, as you can see, you can peel it into strips, into smaller bits, you know, for stir fries, to put in salads. I'm going to be chopping this one up and making into chicken kebabs. So I'm going to, you know, chop it up into squares and marinate it, and we're going to have it on the barbecue for the camping we're going. But I'll film that as well for you guys, what we take camping. But yeah, so all that's left to do is to taste test this. So now on to taste testing. This smells delicious. So I'll taste a piece for you. Yum. This is delicious as is already, to add, you know, to salads, to stews and things. But you know what, I'm even more excited, you know, if you coated in some kind of like a barbecue sauce or sweet chili sauce and also baked it, for example, that would just bring another set of flavor, I think. Yum. This is delicious, guys. So yeah, definitely give this a try and let me know what you thought of it. Do you have any other good kind of meat alternative recipes? Let me know below. And if you want me to try any other kind of plant-based meats to make on this channel. If you're new here, welcome, and subscribe for more videos like this. And remember, food is fuel, so be mindful of what you put in the body. See you next time.